Hi, good afternoon, Delna Rajesh, and I'm glad that you have joined for our session to know more about your niche and your coaching. It's all about. So I wanted to let me formally introduce yourself, please.
Yes. Do you want me to introduce myself?
Yes, yes.
All right. So I'm Delna Rajesh. I'm a psychotherapist, Reiki grandmaster, numerologist, hypnotherapist, and relationship life coach. And I work with a lot of women on areas related to stress, anxiety, work-life balance, and a lot of toxic relationship patterns that women go through. So, sort of a breakthrough coach for women who are suffering with toxic relationships and panic attacks and anxiety related or stemming from there. Uh, Across the different modalities, Reiki is one of my core competencies. I have been into Reiki for over 23 years now.
My God.
And not just Reiki, the entire energy healing modality. So Reiki, chakra work, mudras, yoga, the breath work that goes with it. So everything to do with chakra work, aura cleansing, and managing and strengthening your aura to be able to uplift your energy. And with a little bit of mindset work, that's, I feel, the shortest, quickest way to recovery, healing, and empowerment. So that's what I do.
And I think in this, generation or in this environment, all the women, I think most of them are working women, and then they would really need this. So I think I'm just a baby in this sector because I have just practiced doing meditation from past 6 to 8 years precisely. I think those chakras are, I have no knowledge about this, but when I meditate, there was something which was happening inside me. So I go back to Google and see what is it. So by then, I know at least few chakras has been activated. This is I hardly know the very small things about these chakras. I think I should be part of your you know mm, programs so that I'll know more about it. And
Absolutely.
I wanted to know more about your journey. How did you start, and what made you to choose this? And what made you to get into this field? Or can you please share?
Yeah, I think Reiki chose me. I don't think I
Oh,
did much in that regard. I think I was in my first year of college, and I was part of this road track club. So, uh, as youngsters, you explore a lot of things. So there were so many different seminars happening. And then I bumped into a friend. Like I sort of got into a circle of friends where one of them, his mother was a Reiki grandmaster. And, there was a whole bunch of us, we were like a, college group. And he said, do you all want to learn Reiki? So all of us just randomly just wanted to explore, and we just started our, Reiki journey. Not all of them took it to that level, but I think it really struck a chord. And 2001, I was initiated into Reiki. I started practicing. I would also be there for all the small, to assist whenever there was an opportunity. After being initiated, I worked with multiple other Reiki masters. Somehow, I kept attracting at different stages, even through my college journey. I would just keep bumping into Reiki masters and aura healers and all of that. So I would little learn a little bit, and we didn't have so much money or pocket money at that point of time. So I would learn and I would serve.
got it.
So,
That's
of course, I paid the basic energy exchange for my course, but you want to learn deeper and stuff. So I would always be ready to assist on any case, because when you assist on a case, it is every case is a new case. Sometimes there's a drug addict, sometimes there's an alcoholic, sometimes there is an abuser, sometimes there's someone who's obsessed with sex,
mm,
stuck in pornography. Sometimes there are rape victims. Sometimes there are burn cases. Sometimes there are physical, domestic violence cases. So every case has so much of sensitivity. So for me, it was sort of my calling, and I really enjoyed working on each case and just to understand the sensitivity, when to be quiet, when to pause, when to smile, when to, give that comfort, and different ways and techniques of using Reiki in different situations. There would be times where my master would just tell me, to stand behind, not even be visible, like the client would not even know I exist, and just, channel Reiki without being visible, just to support and hold the space while she would be doing whatever, was required. So, as a child, it was, I mean, I've had my times where I was very nervous. The first time I, channel Reiki to a rape victim, it was a bit scary because, not because of her reaction. They don't even want to be touched in a way, and you're not all of us are sensitive to be able to understand that touch can trigger so much.
Absolutely. So true.
So, so yes, there were times where I was a bit nervous and scared, to be honest. It's not very easy to, when you know someone's a schizophrenic and he will pick up anything and just throw it at you if at all he's annoyed. There are times where we would, feel nervous, but it was a brilliant learning experience for me. And I continued through the years. I took a dip maybe for some time, sort of lost my way uh, midway. But back in 2007, I started, I had a situation in my life where I knew that the only thing that could help me was Reiki. I slipped into depression, and it was so severe that people around me started getting affected.
Mm. Got it.
And
Got
you
it.
know, right, when there is one person who is affected in the family, it's not possible for the others to be very, very
Not be.
pleasant and sane and peaceful. It will have a rippling effect on everyone concerned, because there's a living person and every moment is a different, difficult moment sometimes. So,
Perfect.
through that phase, I watched myself, I watched my loved ones suffer. And then
Mm.
one fine day, I found another Reiki master. After some time, I had lost touch with my earlier one. And she is another lovely woman. So, she asked me very sternly, is this what is this really what you want to do for your loved ones? It's okay, you want to do whatever with your own life. And I was still young. I was not too mature even then. So, but that statement, it really shook me. And there was that one, I think it was just a day. It was that one moment where I was really shaken, and I decided never again. And I
Being
said,
resilient.
never again am I going to allow this to happen to either myself or anybody else. So I
So
started
true.
working rigorously. And I can tell that that was a phase where I understood what a block chakra means.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
So right
It's
now,
it's all Greek and Latin for me now.
yeah, no, so
Yes,
what
please.
you are experiencing, what you said, you're
Mm-hmm.
experiencing the movement of energy in your body, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's the other side to it, where no matter what you do,
Mm-hmm.
does not, you just do not feel anything happening. You're numb and dead. It's literally a numb and dead, not in the literal sense, but
Got it.
uh,
I understand.
if you're into energy work, like for so many years, I had been through it. So I know I have experienced energy move in my body. I know exactly where it's, moving from. And after having gone through that, to feel nothing,
Oh. Oh, okay. Okay.
to
Got
feel
it. Yeah.
nothing, as if it is like, there's nothing moving, no matter what you do, no matter what you do.
Oh.
Uh, there is no shift in the thought, no shift in the emotion, no shift, nothing even moving in your hand. So I would have moments where, if I would channel Reiki to you, you would say, my God, Delna, my heart is pulsating with that energy. And,
Mm.
I've had people telling me that I think I'll melt away.
Mm.
It's so warm and there's so much flow of energy and I can feel it move in my body. But the same hand, if I put it on my forehead, I feel nothing.
Got it. Oh,
So
this is something nice. Interesting.
And that is where I realized that this is what a block chakra means, where you feel, and then you have to work on it. So, I mean, of course, by then I was already aware, about what I needed to do and what are the chakras I needed to work more rigorously on. Uh, and I was already a distance Reiki channel, so I could work on it even for my loved ones. So
Mhm.
I would, I lived in Bombay. I don't know if you're well
Mm.
versed with Bombay, but rainy season and Bombay traffic. So from Dahisar to Worli and back. So almost 2.5 to 3 hours one way in
Mm.
the morning
Mm.
and 3 hours back home. I would be just
Okay.
handling Reiki.
My God, I think you have really spent such time and effort to learn that. Basically, I wanted to understand what is this all about Reiki, and is it, where is it originated from? Is it something Indian?
It is okay. If I have to look at Wikipedia and the books, I would say it's a Japanese art. Okay,
Oh, okay,
because
okay.
because it was rediscovered. It was
Mm.
rediscovered in Japan by Dr. Mikao Usui. That's why it's called Usui Reiki. The
Oh,
traditional Reiki is called Usui Reiki. And
okay, okay.
however, yet in India we have amazing traces of Reiki, and a lot of people who've been there say that Reiki was always part of India, and Dr. Usui was here in Kashi for 7 years.
Oh my God.
Now,
Hmm.
this is a story very less known to very few people, and the way foreigners claim yoga,
Exactly.
Reiki
The
is
origin is
also,
here.
yeah, Reiki is also sort of now
Mm.
called a Japanese art of healing.
Mm.
But yes, it is very simple. In India, there's a beautiful tradition of Ashirvad.
Oh, yes, of
Yes.
course. Yeah.
And have you seen any of our in our mythology also, when you see any god, any form of the divine, do you
Mm-hmm.
see this hand like this?
Mm. Mm. Correct.
What is this?
We would meet Ashirwad. It's like the
Right.
blessing. We take the blessing.
Right. Now, in Reiki, when we do distance healing, this is a process called beaming. Okay. So when we beam, all we do is we open our palms and allow the flow of energy to flow to whatever we are connecting with, whoever we are connecting with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So flow of energy with positive intention is Reiki.
Oh.
When we allow the divine energy, when we surrender to the divine energy with a positive intention in our heart, detached from the outcome,
Mm-hmm.
and we allow the higher energy to work on our space element, the space element inside of us, to retransform, to rewire all of it, and rebalance life as it is. That is the art of surrendering to Reiki. So even when our rishis and munis and even when you go to your elderly, what is happening? Positive intention, lots of love, and you're putting the hand on the Sahasrara chakra. This is where energy enters from. And that is why every morning, traditionally, we would bow down and allow our elders to place their palm here, allow the energy to, allow that positive intent with lots of love and purity to flow into us. So if you actually look at it, there are a lot of traditions in India, and there's a lot of lot of stuff that also say that ties up this theory of Reiki being part of India for a very long time. But again, in earlier days it was called Sparsh Chikitsa. So
Oh, okay.
now there's so much around Ho'oponopono, and people talk about solarized water.
Mm.
Wondered
Mm.
what is solarized water?
What?
Solarized water is nothing but Surya
Our
Chikitsa.
cop. Oh, Surya Chikitsa.
Right? You just go back and read up
Uh-huh.
Ayurveda, and
Mm-hmm.
in Ayurveda there is an entire part on there's an entire science of Surya Chikitsa, where we use the solar energy, not
Mm-hmm.
just the blue solarized water the way we do in Ho'oponopono, but actually all the colors of your aura, all the colors of your chakras, and every
Mm.
color stands for something different. Every color
Exactly.
is capable of working on certain set of illnesses. So when you use different colors for different chakras, and you use the art of Surya Chikitsa, when you solarize the water and you use it in a certain manner, you actually can treat different illnesses just by having water.
Oh my God, this is something so different. I remember when I was doing the meditation and there was some orange color, lavender color, and I go back, it's like, what is this? And then I am like, nowhere. I don't even know what it is. And then I start going and checking, and that became a pattern for me where you sit and you feel that vibrations and that colors and that energy, and then go back to Google and see what is this in the, what does that mean. By then I realized like there are so many things. That's where I had to put myself and understand, okay, this is how it works. And I'm sure I should know more about it. That's all I know about it right now. I think I wanted to know, how does this Reiki can fix the anxiety and also all these emotional balances
Right. Uh, where does anxiety come from
within.
within? And what is happening when you're getting an anxiety attack or when you're feeling anxiety? Forget attack. When you're just even feeling a mildest anxiety, where does it start from?
It's from mind.
Mind,
It's from inside.
inside.
Yeah.
Mind. Where does the mind work from? When a thought
Mm.
happens, where is a thought coming from?
It's on the head.
Huh, on the
Yeah.
head. But okay, when there is a thought,
Hmm.
every thought is associated to a memory,
Correct.
right?
Absolutely.
Which means there
Correct.
is something that happened.
Oh, you mean to say the memory? It's all about the memories.
It's all
Okay.
about our memories, right?
Correct.
Are you, if you're even aware of the Ho'oponopono, it talks only about memories, right?
Mm.
So every thought stems from a certain memory. Suppose you had no memory of whatsoever, no memory of English also.
Mm. Got
What
it.
would be, would there be a thought,
Might be some sounds. That's all.
right? So every thought is connected to a memory. And these memories, they lead us to thoughts, they lead us to feelings, they lead us to sensations,
Oh, yes.
right? Now,
Mm.
when anxiety happens, what is getting triggered? The thought, the emotion, the sensation.
Correct.
So when something triggers that thought, that emotion or the sensation, that is where you suddenly start feeling anxious. Even without knowing what it is, maybe. You don't recollect the memory in your conscious mind. But subconsciously, behind every thought, there is a memory. Behind every feeling, there is a memory. Behind every sensation, there is a memory of something similar that has happened earlier,
Absolutely.
right? Now,
Absolutely.
Reiki is a beautiful Reiki is basically a divine energy. It is Re, which is universal life force, and Ki, which is energy, right? So Reiki is the universal energy that has the ability to transform all the five elements in our body. And by doing that, it also works on transforming the energy centers, which we call our chakras,
Mm.
right? Now, if you look at the Muladhara, your
Mm.
chakra, it is it is the center where you're either feeling very secure materialistically, you're either feeling very safe, very safe, very secure, well provided for, well taken care of, or you're feeling very insecure and shaky,
Mm. Mm.
right? So materialistic, feeling safe and secure materialistically, whether it is food, clothing, shelter, or your basic desire for sexuality, is the root chakra. I mean, there's a lot of depth to it, but I'm just trying to.
Mm.
Then
Mm.
comes the second level, the second chakra, which is your sacral chakra, your Swadhisthana chakra. This is the center of creativity, emotion, and where there is emotion, also sits all your relationships.
My God. This is so deep. This is so deep.
So all the emotional turmoil is happening here.
Hmm.
So when we are emotionally stable, we are creatively high. Either we are very creative and our emotions are well balanced, or
Correct.
thinking imbalance.
So true. True.
Then the
I,
third,
I I used to think this, Delna, is like I used to think this. I wish the memory, the old, your past memories have been just vanished, and then you try to be in the present and you explore and you be active in the present. I have always said myself and pushed myself to be always in the present when any thoughts come to my mind. I think this is something technically I was working for myself from long time, even before doing getting into the you know all this meditation and all. So before I used to technically think if any thoughts come into my as you said, now the memories exactly it is. So when any thoughts comes, I would say, I would ask two questions. Is it something like, is it productive or not, or is it past, or is it future, or is it present? So if it is past, is it helping you or not? So I used to always think like, I wish there is something which the memories is cleaned,
Yes.
cleaned, and you become new person, and then you start exploring your present.
Yes, so Reiki is a beautiful way of cleansing this. Because
Wow.
when you start shifting that vibrational frequency in each
Mm-hmm.
of the chakras,
Mm-hmm.
so the physical body, then the emotional body, then the mental body, which is your solar plexus, then your heart chakra, which is responsible for giving and receiving support and love, divine love, not our kind of love. Uh, so each chakra stands for something, and when we focus this divine energy on each energy point in our body, thereby balancing it and
Mm-hmm.
revitalizing and reprogramming and rewiring it with
Mm-hmm.
the kind of positive intent. It can be an intent for healing, for abundance, whatever it is that you desire, or just allowing the higher energy to take care of, like I like to always say, whatever is best for this person, whatever is for their highest good. So, whatever be your intent, with that, when you start working on this, rewiring this energy,
Mm-hmm.
automatically you will see a sense of calm and a sense of. So, initially,
Exactly.
there is a phase where you will have a lot of flow of thoughts, but if you are into meditation, you will also know it's okay to allow your thoughts to come and go, right?
True, true, exactly.
So,
It's
Reiki.
like, starting initially. It's my small example. It's like, initially it's like, too much of thoughts. It was initially for me. It's like too much of thoughts. It's like nothing doing. It's just that it's there. That's all. And now I'm in a stage where I just close my eyes and I see a different world, and I can't even explain this to anybody. It's like a projector in front of you, and you see a different pictures, and it's so beautiful for me, and that state of mind is always good. That's what I have felt.
Yes, the
And
state.
out of my curiosity, Delna, I wanted to check, when you're healing or when you're cleansing for others, will this not impact on you?
When you talk to someone negative, does it impact you?
No. Negative, yes.
Suppose I'm very angry, I'm very
Mm.
upset, and you talk to me normally, and I keep talking angrily. What is
Oh,
it
it
going to do to
affects.
you,
Absolutely, it affects.
right? So technically, if you just cross paths with someone who is affected, you're going to get affected,
Oh, then eventually it'll affect you also.
right?
Should
So
be cleaned.
with or without Reiki, you are going to be affected.
Oh, yes.
Now tell
Mm.
me, am I more protected with Reiki,
Absolutely, yes.
or am I
Absolutely.
more protected without it?
You're more protected with it.
So when we work with someone, definitely Reiki, as when you go into traditional Reiki and you start working with people, you can sense what is happening, and that is very important.
Hmm.
It's an important part of being a healer, because if when I scan you and I don't feel a thing and I'm not able to understand where the pain is,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So for example, I tell you, Vanita, when I'm scanning you right now, feel your throat.
Mm.
Okay. Now, when I know that I feel your throat, there are certain things which, of course, we discuss later on to understand. We ask a certain set of questions to understand what is really happening, because throat chakra can mean so many things.
Mm. Mm.
But if you're not even able to sense, how will you know and how will you help?
Oh my God, yes, absolutely. So true.
Now, the thing with
Getting it.
religion,
Mm.
you can sense. So people, when they sense, they start, when they are new to it, they start wondering, oh my God, why am I feeling heaviness in my palm?
Or it's kind of burning.
It's not burning. It can be any sensation. Can be
Oh.
See, most times it's a very soothing, nice, warm sensation. Okay. Now, sometimes there would be someone who's very chronically ill. You may feel cold. You may feel heaviness in your palm.
Mm,
Heaviness just means there's too much energy. Imagine I put something too much because you can't see energy. You're not
mm,
you're not understanding that okay, there is too much of it. But agar, if there's a wire that can hold maybe 240 watts, and if I put energy like of 1,000 watts in it, is it going to feel something?
yes, absolutely.
It will feel it. But when I switch it off, is it going to go away?
No, it'll be there,
No, but if you switch off the
existing.
electricity, when you switch off the electricity, will the current be flowing still?
No, no, no,
No,
not
right?
at all. Yeah.
So that is exactly what happens with Reiki also.
Oh,
When you are channeling Reiki, you're going to feel what the person is maybe going through for to help you to understand where is the pain point.
mm-hmm.
But as
Mm-hmm.
soon as you wipe or wash your hands off and the energy gets disconnected, you're not going to feel a thing. So you need to, as a healer, if you've learned Reiki properly, the traditional way, you will know that you can like this very easily disconnect from it. And if you are, trust me, Reiki or no Reiki, you meet that person, you're going to get affected any which way.
Oh my God.
Yes
Okay.
or no? You just tell
Mm,
me. If you're
yes,
if you're
yes,
with
of course.
somebody who is very, very, very negative, very aggressive, very sad, does that does don't energies or places affect you? When you go to a temple, you feel different energy, right?
Exactly. True.
When you go
True.
to a graveyard, will you feel something similar?
Absolutely. No.
Right? So you can distinguish that when you are in
Got
a
it.
certain space with a certain person or a certain emotion, whatever emotion has been there in that surrounding, you are
Mm-hmm.
anyway, we are all energy beings. We are going to pick energy anyway.
Oh my God. Oh my God. True. True. Completely agree.
Now, when you are doing with Reiki, actually, on the contrary, I would say when you channel Reiki to someone, and if somebody has come into your space for healing,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere you're karmically connected. Otherwise, this person will not step into your space.
You don't believe, you took my words. I think when I was asking you the second question, I just felt, I think this was meant for me. That's why I just bumped in with you, and then we started about talking all this. Um, I feel I so strongly consider it actually.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to take a session from you, especially online or something, so how does that work, Della?
So in this video, we can share my coordinates and anyone can either text me or WhatsApp me or DM me. I would be happy to take up the case or type them, whatever best way.
So you do online or you do offline also?
I used to do offline. I right now I just purely do online.
Mhm,
And I think it's a lot more convenient also for people because when you're in your own comfort zone, in your own home, comfortable
mhm,
in your own space,
mhm,
it becomes a lot more easier to relax and go into deeper healing as compared
mhm,
to, being in another, in a clinic
mhm, mhm,
setup. So I have all of my students, they can, be in their own space, in their own, in whatever feels most comfortable for them and, set up the ambience the way they like and relax and
mhm,
go into
mhm.
deeper healing. That's
Okay.
far more impactful.
So, what does your background of psychotherapist complement your Reiki practice?
So, there's only energy work and then there is only mindset,
I
right?
know. I
Now,
know.
energy does transform, but sometimes we need to also be conscious and think through what is happening. So sometimes that I know my throat chakra is giving me a certain signal, but I need to also understand how. Sometimes we know our problem, but we don't know how to solve it, right?
Exactly. True.
So
True.
when you are doing energy work, 100% your body will talk to you and tell you exactly what is wrong.
Mm,
100% our body is amazing. It always talks to us all the time. Now the thing is, despite that, if I don't know how to work on it consciously, I may ignore it. Of course, Reiki will heal you at a deeper level. But
mhm,
along with that, if there is a mentor who can also guide you and help you understand the mind part of it and consciously take actions that will help you heal faster, then, when we put the cognitive and the energy work together, which is
I agree.
far more, I would say, impactful and powerful. And the healing is rapid. So what could take you maybe 6 to 8 months can happen in 3 months if you're willing to work together with me. Going through the action plan for what needs to be done next. You want to achieve a goal, or when you work not just subconsciously but also consciously start putting in your efforts. And I always tell people, I will give my 1,000%. I need your 1,001%, because without that we cannot work together. It doesn't happen.
Got
So
it.
typically 3 months is what it takes, and we work vigorously, energy also and mindset also together. So psychotherapy and Reiki cycle, when it happens together, the healing happens at a far more rapid pace as compared to otherwise.
Very nice. Very nice. Do you have any stories that you want to share with me?
Oh, there are a lot of stories.
A few.
So uh, recently, there's been cases. Actually, I've had 3 cases where I've been working with these lovely women, and there have been cases of one of them, when she started her journey with me. It was 3 years back, and when we started with just plain healing sessions, she was a victim of marital rape and of course abuse. Uh, when she came, she was really shattered, literally, not knowing where to begin. And
Mhm.
just recently, I've got her wedding card in my hand. So her entire journey from first of all accepting the fact that she is even a victim, not even willing to accept that there is something wrong. As in, she would come and tell me that this is wrong, and I don't know. I can't stop crying. I can't no matter what. If somebody even tells me something small in a joke, I will cry. I cry at the drop of a hat. I get sleepless nights. I'm not able to sleep. I'm not able to do. I have a constant migraine. All of that is her problem, but she's not even willing to understand that this is happening because of the domestic situation. And from there to sort of bring her to awareness, to understanding, uh, and then coming to terms with what she wants to do about this marriage, because this was a very narcissist person. So she tried to work on the marriage for around 8 to 9 months, doing everything possible. We tried to sort of see how the relationship can flourish. But after a point, you do realize. And from there, she moved on to recognizing that this isn't working. And now this lady had not been working for 13 years. She had not, she had, left her job and, been with the kids. And from there to what, wondering now what will she do with, she had 2 boys. And she said, "Kahan jaungi inko leke?" And to help her gain back her professional momentum, to get the confidence back, and then her first job, and then her promotion, and going through that entire thing to a point where she got the courage to say, "I'm going to leave this man now because I can financially support myself." And of course, with the help of her parents, and she had a brother also who was pretty helpful. Now with that, she finally moved out, and then again some time for her to reconcile and come to understanding that she needs a life partner eventually. And then that's where her self-love journey began. And today she has two lovely boys, and she's going to start a new life afresh. So
Wow, I feel this is such a divine, system to, you know, help people the way you are helping. And then I'm really grateful for whatever the work you're doing. And Delna, I wanted to know is like, is it suitable for everybody? It's like, see, suppose I'm a Vedic traditional person, so I understand the, chakras or the Reiki or whatever the energy system. Some in few religion it is not there. Is it something that it all depends on each any religious, or it is suitable for everyone?
does does your breath consider your religion?
Absolutely, yes.
Breathing,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
We are all human beings, end of the day.
We are all human beings, right? The way you breathe, similarly, you can feel your energy and work with it.
Wow.
It's just like taking a breath. You take your breath mindfully and you see the magic that happens with pranayama, right?
Correct. Correct.
So breath is the way, breath is connected to thought. There are five elements.
Mm.
Okay, there's the physical element, which is your, bhakti that we say. That is when you work with the physical element, what are the healing modalities? Exercise, right?
Correct.
Something as
Correct.
simple as exercise. What is happening? You're exercising, you're moving the earth element, right? You move the earth element, what does it do? It stimulates certain hormones, Jal Tattva,
Mm-hmm.
right? What is Jal Tattva? Emotion. So when
It's
I
a soul.
move
Mm.
physical, when I activate dharti, when I change my earth element energy, it reflects in my water element energy. It transforms the water element, which is my emotion. Emotion transforms my agni, which is my action,
Mm-hmm.
right? When you're feeling when you exercise and then suddenly you feel you feel very active and energetic and all of that, you want to really do work, it pumps you up, right? So that is your agni getting activated when you're excited and you're pumped up and you're charged up about doing things. And then you have the agni activates also the vayu, the thought element. So
Mm.
you start feeling positive, you start thinking
Mm.
positive, and you start getting into a different frame of mind, so you get that kick.
Wow.
And then that also transforms the energy.
Wow.
Reiki is the reverse. We directly work on the energy.
Mm.
So you work on the energy, then it transforms the Vayu Tattva, transforms the thought, positive thought, goes down, activates the Agni, action in the right direction. Agni transforms the emotion, positive emotion. And every time, if as a hypnotherapist, if you know a little bit about therapy, wherever there is a strong emotion with a positive thought or a strong, that's what we call willpower. Willpower with strong emotion
Sankalpa. Mm.
equals to manifestation.
Wow. Mm.
So that is how Reiki works. It
It
has
is it
nothing.
is so correlated to what
Yeah.
I do and what you do, but you're more into the energies. I just admire it. So, Delna, there are certain misconceptions about the Reiki. Would you like to talk something about it?
So, the biggest misconception is कि अगर हम किसी और को रेकी देंगे तो हमें हो जाएगा.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that's what I asked you because I was concerned about you. So I was just wanted to know, is like, will this affect you?
This is the weirdest thing I have ever heard, literally. Yes, what happens is because there are healers and people are into this, and if you have not been trained the correct way and you don't know how to switch off from the energy,
Mm,
um,
correct.
and you start getting personally involved into it, then of course you're going to get affected. But if you're that kind of person who starts getting involved with other people's stuff, you're going to get affected with every other person you're going to meet.
Mm-hmm.
Even
I
if
got
there's a neighbor who comes and talks about her situation, you are going to get mentally, emotionally affected because
absolutely, absolutely.
as an individual we are not able to switch off.
Mm,
All
got
right.
it, got
Now,
it.
when we do Reiki the correct way, if you actually follow the steps right, um, you are going to be able to disconnect from this energy very, very, very easily and effortlessly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In fact, in another person's healing is your healing. Every time I keep saying, when you heal someone else, you heal a part of yourself which required
Mm.
that healing. You attracted this person because
Mm.
part of you that also needs to be healed.
Oh,
So if I deny myself that opportunity, I'm denying myself the opportunity to also heal deeper.
mm. This is so divine.
So people who keep interacting with, when you're a healer, you meet a lot of, people are not going to come in a very happy mood most of the times. You have clients who are in different stages of their life. So there are a lot of depressed people you may meet if you're in that profession. But if you're going to meet them anyway, in any profession, you're going to feel affected. So what is important is, पहले अपना oxygen mask लगाओ, right? So,
Got it.
as a Reiki practitioner, as a healer, as a counselor, as a therapist, as a life coach, first thing you have to do is work on your own energy. If you are not sorted, you cannot help someone else.
Absolutely, absolutely agree on that. Yeah.
So that is the mistake most healers make. They will not work on their own chakras. They will come, they will start their practice. And,
Mm.
when there's so many things happening in our own lives, and, We are not addressing them, we're not processing them somewhere. And we're just, going appointment after appointment after appointment, not cleansing our own energy, not working on ourselves. Then, of course, after a point of time, by just
You're
meeting,
doing good.
whether you're a tarot reader, you're a crystal person, you're a therapist, you are going to get affected. So, not just to Reiki healers, this myth has to be busted for all kind of therapists. If you are, it's not because of the other person, or it's not because of the modality. It is always because you've not covered yourself, you've not safeguarded yourself, you've not done anything to lift your own vibrational frequency or your own energy. It's nothing to do with a modality. Every modality is so beautiful and it always works, I feel.
So Della, we spoke recently about my. I wish I had my old memories have been vanished. Is it something that we can erase all these past traumas?
I will not say erase, but you can minimize it. Erasing requires a lot of sadhana. It can happen.
Okay.
Erasing, erasing is, it takes time, and it can happen where you feel shunya, that zero state.
Mm.
Actually, when you channel Reiki to yourself and you reach that point where you are in Turiya Avastha, you're in that subconscious state, automatically a lot of us, we tend to sleep off.
Mm.
Not sleep off. Sometimes you're awake. You can hear the bell ring.
Mm.
There's a music, right? Where every 3 minutes there's a bell that rings, and you shift your hand position to the next chakra. So you can hear the bell ring, and you will shift your hand to the next point, but you sort of not. You're here and you're not here. It's like it's being in that subconscious state. So now, if you go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper continuously, if you're consistently doing it, you can touch the zero state,
Mm.
but it takes time.
It takes time.
Yeah.
It's a long process.
Yes. There are no shortcuts to anything, I believe, whether it's
Absolutely
Reiki or any modality. Uh,
correct.
Everything takes work, it takes consistency, and every modality works.
What is the connection between the Reiki and the chakras, Della?
So Reiki energy balances the chakra. So if you have a certain chakra, let me make it very simple, how I explain to children. For example, let's say my heart chakra, its normal frequency of rotating is, for example, 100. That is my heart chakra's capacity. The normal frequency is 100. Now, suppose you come and tell me something very exciting, and my heart starts to race, feeling very excited about it. Now, my energy is moving faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Now, anything that is too exciting, too overwhelming, my heart is going to race faster and faster and faster. So now this, what is happening is the energy is going out of balance. This is overactive chakra. The chakra is moving, or the vibrational frequency is moving at a pace which is far higher than my normal. Now, whatever your normal is, everybody
Correct.
will have a different normal. Okay. But
Correct.
whatever it takes to be in balance for you, it's moving at a faster pace. This is an overactive chakra. Similarly, there will be an underactive chakra. Suppose I tell you something and your energy just sinks and you shrink
Mm.
and you go numb. Whatever the reason be, fear or anger, whatever the issue is, when the energy dips, that is an underactive chakra. So if my chakra is underactive, I will not be able to reach. Every chakra stands for certain things, right? So you'll not be able to thrive in that area of life the way you could otherwise if your energy was balanced. If the chakra is overactive, you will get overly anxious, overly aggressive, overly greedy, overly, you see people who are constantly moving, hand
Mm.
is shaking, something or the other. That's too much energy.
Mm.
Okay. Too much
Correct.
energy can lead to anxiety. Less energy
Mm.
can lead to lethargy.
Oh, okay.
And this is just for one chakra, but every chakra has its highs and its lows. And no matter whether your chakra is overactive or underactive, it is imbalanced and it's not going to give you that balanced equilibrium of life. Now, Reiki just brings it together and back to balance.
Mm. Got it.
When it's back to balance, you can operate at your maximized potential.
How has Reiki changed your perspective on healing and your personal growth?
I believe Reiki can heal anything. I have seen cancer patients reverse cancer in front of me.
Oh
Uh,
my God.
I have seen mothers who've not been able to conceive for, for so many years come in their first level of Reiki itself, have a natural pregnancy. So I have seen death facilitation happen. I have seen birth facilitation happen. I have seen Reiki babies who are so calm and so patient and so amazing, so
Hmm.
different from the rest of the world and the kids that are there today. So I believe that it can reverse any situation, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, and also take you to the path of moksha. So for those who want, who aspire liberation, as we get to level 3, we learn detachment. And detachment, not in the bad sense. I'm not saying you have to leave your,
Oh, I get that, Bella. I get
uh,
that.
just that the state of surrender and not being feverish about everything, allowing yourself to flow with life naturally, blossom naturally, knowing that the universe is there to take care of you. You don't need to. Like I always say, Reiki is about uh, ease and effortlessness.
Hmm.
If you're toiling,
Well,
what's the fun?
you know. So true, so true. It's all about I I I I I'm feeling this because I feel like yes, there is a superpower which has taken care of me, so I don't have to worry. It's like I think faith is something that what has built me or what has made me to move further with very confidently, no matter what happens. Yeah, I completely understand the point. So, whatever you're explaining, I could correlate and uh, at certain levels, few words I feel like, oh, you're talking my words. I'm feeling it. So, it's really wonderful talking to you, Delna. And can Reiki be combined with other therapies or practices for
In
enhancing
fact,
healing?
in UK, in a lot of hospitals today, there are Reiki wards. There are cancer hospitals that have specific Reiki wards where proper allopathy, chemotherapy, and Reiki go together. I've had clients and patients who are who have reversed cancer, and I always tell them, please go ahead and listen to your doctor. In fact, even I have chronic mental health patients who come to me with their dosage, and I keep telling them, don't drop your pills. They say, no, ma'am, I'm fine. Can I drop my pill? I say, no, go back to your therapist, go back to your psychiatrist, look at the dosage, get yourself tested. He will drop the dosage. And you will
Makes
see
sense.
that whether it is allopathy, Ayurveda, naturopathy, whatever else you are doing as a modality, as a healing process, I would say please stick to it and allow Reiki to be as a complementary technique to add to the power of whatever else you're doing. So please listen to your doctor. It can
Absolutely.
happen along with any other therapy, and you must use it because it is added power when you work with the power of your chakras.
And how does Reiki address self-sabotage or limiting beliefs?
So there is a beautiful chakra called the Manipura chakra.
Oh, yeah.
That is your mental body. That is where the mind is. That is where the ego is. That is where your persona or your idea of yourself is. That is where your self-esteem, self-love, self-respect, आप जो भी बोलो, it's a huge band, right? From
Mm-hmm.
self-esteem
Ka.
to self-love and
Mm,
self-pride. It's a
mm,
huge band of where your ego is, where you are in that moment where you see yourself, where you see yourself, where you think others see you,
mm,
right? मैं अपने आप को कैसे देखती हूँ, मैं
mm.
क्या सोचती हूँ कि आप मुझे कैसे देख रहे हो, how you see
Correct.
me, how
Correct.
I want to see myself,
And
and
how
how I
others are
want you
feeling.
to see me.
Got it. Got it.
So my version of me and you, and my version of how I want it to be ideally, all of that
Mm,
is in my Manipura. That is where all your beliefs, limiting
mm,
or empowering, are all seen,
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Got it.
right? Now that is where your mind is playing. So when you start working on your Manipura chakra and start working on your self-esteem, on your mind, on your image of yourself, on your deservability, on your worthiness, all of that automatically starts happening. And this is where the mindset part comes in. So you work on your Manipura chakra, and then you sit with your therapist, and you do your mind work simultaneously. You do other. There's so many other things we do, right? CBT, RABT, journaling, EFT. There are so many other techniques to help uplift, even NLP, to uplift your belief system. So I would say it works beautifully when you activate your Manipura and balance it well. You're going to see that you're very
I
confident.
think I basically think, Delna, you as a complete package because psychologically and also the energy wise is like probably this combination. I think very few people have this. Might be they are working only on the Reiki, or might be they're not. They're working only psychological science side. So when I think the complete package of you is something like, oh, that's amazing. It's not only mentally, it is like the energy level, both are getting synced. And the one thing what I would like to say is if the energy is going high and low or whatever it is, your other side of, the psychological side says, yes, this is all because of this and this. Oh, that's a wonderful combination of things, whatever you're doing. And I wanted to ask you, Delna, is like if anybody wants to try this for the first time, is there anything that you wanted to add for this?
Yes, if you want to try it for the first time, I would suggest,
Somebody like me.
yes, you can book a healing session, a one-on-one healing session. Experience how Reiki feels in your body when someone
Mhm.
is channeling Reiki to you. It's a very beautiful, I call it the spiritual spa experience.
Okay.
It's a
Okay.
very beautiful experience where you're so mentally relaxed, and you're
Mm.
able to release. I see a lot of people able to release um, emotions that are stuck and bottled up so many times. So it could be soothing, it could be releasing, it could help you in so many ways. So I would say,
Mm.
I would invite you to come experience it for yourself. And once
Sure.
you experience it, I'm sure after
Mm.
a point you may want to learn it yourself and empower yourself, because I believe going to a therapist for something again and again is one thing, and empowering yourself with the knowledge. I always say, you have your hands and you have your body and your own energy. Why can't you use it? Why do you need a therapist all the time?
Mm. Oh, yeah. It's needed always because that's different. You go to a parlor and you just can't do it by yourself. You need somebody else to do it. It's as simple as such, I feel.
Right.
And for the energies, I think we need the gurus or people who know more about it would be much more productive.
Yes. You need a guru, but you can learn and you can do it yourself. And under
Oh,
the guidance of the guru. You can learn it and you can do it yourself. Be
oh,
empowered and you can help your family also.
okay.
So one
So,
hmm.
yes, Stella, go
So
ahead.
if there is one Reiki channel in the family, everybody is taken care of.
Wow, wow. I think you need to create more Delnas. Yeah, God bless you more. God bless you more for whatever you're doing. And I wanted to know for the listeners, to begin with Reiki journey, either as clients or students, what are they supposed to do?
To begin with Reiki, I would say just touch base with a Reiki master. You can contact me, you can reach out, you can experience a Reiki session. You can do a one on one with me to understand what it is, experience Reiki for yourself. And then, if you feel connected, you can enroll for either healing sessions or to learn Reiki.
Wow, wow. And overall, if I have to conclude this, Delna, it was a wonderful session what we had together. And then I think many things where I had so many questions in my head. I think you spoke about it, and I'm very very clear that I don't know how many people are doing the meditations or getting to know about energies, even if it is anybody who don't know anything about it, but they are going through the anxiety, anger, or any such issues. There are now I feel there is a system to no, we don't have to suffer. We have to go to the right person and then figure out this and explore it, and then when there is a system in place, I think everybody has to use this and then live peacefully. That's at most important.
Always have a choice. It's just about reaching out.
Exactly.
You reach out
Exactly.
and you will get the support.
Very nice, very nice. It was really nice talking to you, Delna. Thank you very much, and
Awesome.
God bless you. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.